Radiant team ban.
And we are back with Game 2, First Departure versus JoeNet Phenomenon. I'm your host, Lysander Sonora. I've been bringing you your quarterfinal, your second quarterfinal actually, in the GEST April main event. And the winner does get to progress to fight for that 1000 USD as well as a lot of gaming gear up for grabs, and the loser unfortunately does go home. So, First Departure just winning with Cancer there in Game 1, and JoeNet just crumbling despite Don Schwan playing a very solid Queen of Pain, and Lifestealer Jet actually did farm pretty well in the early game, won his lane, but none of them could outfarm Miracle.
10 seconds remaining.
So we're gonna see if JoeNet can actually pull out the chemotherapy this round. Is there gonna be a ban on the PL? It remains to be seen, but hopefully we won't be seeing an PL game. One is enough, and we were glad it ended at 38 minutes and not 60. So First Departure, I'm just going to call it and say it's going to be an anti-mage this time. If it's not banned out, First Departure, Miracle will play his anti-mage. And it will be within the first 3 as well. If I know First Departure well enough, at least JoeNet now takes out the Magnus. So there'll be no Magnus option for them. And hopefully there will be no more stream lags as well this time. I think my XSplit was on for a really long time. My computer has been on since this morning. So I think it needs a little bit of rest, but I will have to be casting a lot more for this entire tournament, and it's been great fun so far. Big shout out to Dota Talk, Gigabyte, as well as Western Digital, Corsair as well, if I'm not wrong, for just being the sponsors to this esports tournament, and anything supporting esports is great. And of course, I'd like to thank Beyond the Summit for letting me cast on their channel. It's been a great honor to cast in with such a large audience. And I really hope this is going to be a good game, and my throat's kind of giving way soon, but I will try to keep my words pronounced properly. And hopefully I don't trip on my tongue that often. So First Departure going to be banning out Nyx as well as Bat Rider, so not going to be banning Silencer and Shadow Demon like they did in the past game. Going to be banning out the key meta game heroes, quote quote. So meanwhile, taking a long time just thinking of what to pick up, because I think JoeNet does have the first pick this time. Yeah, JoeNet does have the first pick. So is it going to be a Darkseer? Is it going to be a Kotl? It could be a first pick Kotl. It could be a first pick Shadow Demon.
10 seconds remaining.
I know First Departure would be happy to pick up that Shadow Demon.
5 seconds remaining.
It could also be a first pick Rubik as well. Lifestealer, of course, isn't banned, but it didn't really work out too well for JoeNet the last game. It's still gonna pick it anyway. So First Departure, their call. Ball's now in their court. Are they going to be pick up the Bane Elemental just to go for that instant counter, or will we see a more uncommon Beastmaster, more Chinese style with that Raw coming out? Also going to be stunning down that Lifestealer through his rage, and that Inner Beast just going to be helping whoever intends to carry that game. But I'm still feeling anti-mage. Still going to be feeling an anti-mage come out of First Departure here. Miracle loves his anti-mage.
Reserve time.
So First Departure going to be eating into his reserve time here. And another thing to note is Miracle is not going to be the captain for this. It's Heaven. Heaven's going to be the captain for this. Normally it's Miracle that does the banning and drafting, but no, it looks like they do have a little bit of switch up, especially with the 6th player coming in scripted. Usually it's replaced by Lubby. Lubby's also a fellow support. But no, Heaven's going to be the captain for this game, and we're going to see First Departure just taking a superbly long time. 33 seconds left in the extra time. Still not banning, still not picking. 20 seconds. Did they DC out? Nope, no one's DC'd out, so I'm not so sure why he's taking so long to pick up his first 2.
10 seconds.
And it's going to be a first pick Silencer as well as a Dragonite. Whoa. First Departure just playing so unlike themselves. So Heaven, this new captain of theirs, going to be going out of their comfort zone, not going for the standard stall up into the split push. So it looks like I'm going to be looking to be seeing a lot of first departure, new strats coming out from them. New strats coming up for them, and I'm very excited, especially for the FD2L coming up, the Singaporean tournament. And I'm going to see them play in the LAN tournament. I'm going to see how they're going to do these new strategies. Dragon Knight as well as Silencer. Silencer is very strong on the Nyx because the Nyx does rely on his rage, and if you drop the global silence, he doesn't have his magic immunity. And because of rage, Lifestealers generally don't go for the BKB. So if he doesn't go for the BKB, there's no way he can get rid of the global silence, and that's when he's going to have a lot of problem. And here comes Rubik, very standard. JoeNet go for Rubik. Will they look for the Shadow Demon? I might actually see a Templar Assassin for Don Juan too, because the minus armor is going to be good against DK. Drow Ranger, so all the fans out here in the chat gonna be very happy. Drow Ranger, secondary carry for JoeNet. The Indonesians bringing Drow Ranger back into the house. So someone called Toby, his girlfriend's here. Anyway, Drow Ranger gonna be very strong. Not sure how he's gonna work against DK's high armor, but first departure will be looking towards getting those heroes that can get up close and just pin down the Drow Ranger, preventing her marksmanship from proccing. But of course, that Lifestealer is going to be buying her a lot of space during the fights. Lifestealer is going to be in your face, and Drow Ranger is going to be in the backline. So that's going to be the strategy for this game. Anti-Mage, there you go. See, I predicted it, and first departure goes with the Anti-Mage. Miracle just cannot live without this guy. Anti-Mage got it picked up. So I guess the Silencer was kind of a counter pick in a sense. Silencer, very strong against Anti-Mage. Silencing the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage needs to blink around. So if he gets silenced up, it's not good for him. DK is going to be running in the solo mid. Probably going to be Pelozon running that DK in the middle lane, and Miracle of course will be with his two faithful supports, Silencer as well as what we're gonna see next. But I'm just waiting for the chat to erupt with the Drow Ranger pick, man. Drow Ranger just gonna be so good. You're gonna see if JoeNet actually goes with a strong ranged lineup. I would like to see a Nature's Prophet to counter up that push. If not, I won't be surprised to see first departure pick up. Won't be surprised to see first departure pick up the Nature's Prophet for themselves. The Nature's Prophet can benefit a lot from this Drow Ranger through short aura, so be able to push down towers and farm even more. So I'm still waiting for the threat to erupt. It's not happening yet. Beastmaster could be banned out by first departure himself. So very interesting here. Of course, first departure they will suffer if there is a Beastmaster as well. I guess the inner beast gonna help out Nyx as well as the Drow Ranger a lot. Clockwork Goblin could be banned out this time, doing the smart thing, not letting the Lifestealer get caught out by Clockwork. Clockwork was just such a problem for them in the previous game. Yep. The JoeNet looking for the fourth ban up here. 14 seconds left on the clock, but both teams taking a long time to take, because if JoeNet lose this, they lose the best of 3 and they go home. And first departure already a game up. We're gonna be very happy with that.
5 seconds remaining.
And Drow Ranger has appeared on stream, so I think you guys are pretty happy with that. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about her now. I'm gonna focus more on the draft. First departure. They have a Dragon Knight, they have a Silencer, they have an Anti-Mage. Is there gonna be a Koto? Koto is not banned out yet. Tinker has been banned, Lina has been banned as well. Rubik and Lina, standard combos. Yep, another thing I saw in the chat. Yep, Rubik can't steal Global Silence because unless you chain it with a BKB. I guess you get Global Silence, you BKB, and then you steal the Global Silence. I guess in that sense you can steal it, but otherwise you're not going to be able to get Global Silence from Rubik. So how much time left? 20 seconds left for JoeNet. Well, this time we saw Drow Ranger in the previous game, but he was run as a number 1, and number 1 Drow Rangers don't really function that well. The same reasons as Weaver. Anti-Mage, he can get very close to the Drow Ranger with his blink. He just blinks in there and just ends her, because without the marksmanship, she does very little damage. But Drow Ranger, this time she has that meat shield, the Lifestealer, and Lifestealer is not someone you can ignore. Lifestealer hits very hard, and he can't. And he can't be ignored. So you have to deal with him. And while you deal with him, the Drow Ranger will be sniping at you from the back lines. And if his silence gets off on Anti-Mage, Anti-Mage will be in big trouble. Storm Spirit gonna be banned out here, and this hints towards a Kotal pick. First departure gonna go with what they're comfortable with. Gonna give Heaven his Kotal. Yep, gotta give Heaven his Kotal first departure. Because Storm Spirit is such a good hero against Kotal, he's just gonna be jumping all the way back in the back lines during the late game. Pick off the Kotal so that you can't stall up the creep wave. But Anti-Mage is another of those Kotal counters in a sense, but now he's been picked up by First Departure. Kotal will be going to First Departure. If JoeNet don't pick up Kotal now, I'm very sure First Departure will pick it up.
5 seconds remaining.
And it's going to be a Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, very strong. Against Anti-Mage, going to be able to clone up copies for himself. Going to be mana burning himself down. And of course, cloning up the Dragon Knight during the fights with that Ice Dragon. Two of that Ice Dragons could be really good for your fight as well. And of course, going to be saving Drow Ranger in case she does get Focus Fire. Dragon Tail, you're going to be able to banish up the Dragon Tail target. Going to be buying them some time. Same reason as to why you pick up Shadow Demon against a Beastmaster. The raw target, you just banish him and he'll be fine. Drow Ranger, of course, her Shadow Demon illusions will be very strong as well because of a high agility.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yep. So JoeNet will be picking, and First Departure picks up the Keeper of the Light. Like I said, no surprises there, leaving about 4 seconds left in the extra time, so it's going to be a very standard split anti-push. They have some very good anti-push, Brief Fire, Anti-Mage, of course, once he gets the Battle Fury, Kotal, as well as Silencer. Silencer is just going to make things very difficult for them. With the Dragon Knight in your face, if you don't burst him down, Anti-Mage, if you don't burst him down, don't get rid of him, it's going to be very hard for you. Anti-Mage is just going to chase you down and just kill you. Going to see what the last pickup will be. Right now we have the makings of our tri-lane. We have the Silencer, the Kotal, as well as the Anti-Mage. Not the most common tri-lane because you don't have any lockdown whatsoever. So the last guy is going to be an off-lane. It might be a Weaver, but it does lead to a lot of... It does mean they have a lot of carries or farm-dependent, experience-dependent heroes. The Quap is still available, so First Departure might want to pick that up for their off-lane. Quap or Puck for Pelozon. Pelozon's Puck going to be amazing for this. And silence on Lifestealer, any silence on Lifestealer is always good. So extra silence coming in, it will be very good for them against the Lifestealer. JoeNet, 13 seconds left. Is it going to be a Tuskar? Is it going to be a Skyruff Mage? I'm not even sure if this is the latest version. Nope, it's going to be a Night Stalker, going to be playing safe. Silencing up the Anti-Mage, going to be very good for them. And First Departure, they have the last pick here to counter out this Night Stalker pick. Going to go for a slow perhaps. Queen of Pain would be good, but I don't see any heroes that are possibly good against the Night Stalker at this stage. Viper is extremely good against Night Stalker, so is Beastmaster, but Beastmaster is banned out. They have about 20 seconds to make the decision. What's it going to be on the off lane? Is it going to be a Puck? I think it should be a Puck. Puck does limit the movements. Pelozon is extremely good on that Puck. And yep, nope, we're gonna see Brute Mother for the second time here on this live stream tonight here, this afternoon I guess. On this GEST tournament, First Departure gonna go with the Brute Mother. Hannah is gonna pick that up. So Pelozon will be going on the Dragon Knight, not gonna go on the Puck. Alright, we'll be jumping into the game, so gotta see what? Oh right, we have a nice Diatite HUD here.
Better get ready.
So once again, I'll be running through the teams very quickly. R9 gonna be on the Shadow Demon, Jet on the Lifestealer once again, Black Diamond always on the Rubik, Don Xuan solo mid, Night Stalker. This guy has amazing skills. We'll be looking to see better plays from him. CL, previous game on the Weaver, gonna be playing the Drow Ranger, and middle lane will be Achin or Pelozon. Pelozon playing a decently good mech. I think he has been suffering a bit. Not sure in terms of playstyle or just performance. Maybe a bit tired, I don't know, off days. Hannah gonna be on the Brute Mother off lane here against the tri-lane. Already throwing down web. It could be a bait, the web, just to show that the tri-lane's here, maybe get someone to deal with her. But I don't think anyone on JoeNet right now can deal with a Brute Mother. So it's a very clever pickup here from the First Departure. Heaven, meanwhile, it's gonna be on the Kotal. Scripted. Previous game, Sand King will be on the Silencer, and Miracle as always on his favorite hero of all, Anti-Mage or Anti-Fun. So the fun ends here for JoeNet. We're gonna see if they can bring the fun back into Dota. So JoeNet gonna be putting down a lot of observer wards here, keeping tabs Sentry Rod right in the middle of Brute Mother. Brute Mother might actually rotate up top. It might be a switch. I've seen this done before, but no, Hannah's gonna be able to. Will have to suffer this tri-lane, the Drow Ranger as well as the Rubik Shadow Demon. Lifestealer as well, so a lot of them. So it's gonna be a solo mid draw. Is that gonna be a solo mid draw? Or are they gonna abandon it altogether? I'm not so sure. Lifestealer, does he safe enough for TP? I think he does safe enough for TP scroll. They want to get a gang here on the Brute Mother. Brute Mother does not know there's a sentry ward here, and she might be in big trouble right now. Yeah, they're already keeping tabs. Observer ward already watching the Brute Mother, and there's probably gonna be a call out here missing They might imagine that Lifesteal might be going into the jungle. I think Lifesteal might go into the jungle here. Tension's high. Oh, here comes the disruption, and that's gonna be a first blood. Hannah disrupt up. There's gonna be a pickup as well from Hannah. Don't even need that open wounds for this, so open wounds a bit unnecessary. 4 heroes gonna be ganking Hannah. Once again, not gonna be enjoying his life here. Xiao gets the first blood, so not something you want. Draw Ranger draws first blood. Already going for the Wraith ban as well as one Tango, knowing he will not be getting a lot of harassment down here. Go for the boots instantly, and this tri-lane not gonna be able to do anything, just pull. Koto gonna be stacking it up first before pulling, and meanwhile gonna bring up the last hits and denies. Don Juan dropping down very low, I think Brief Fire. How does he drop so low? Invis Rune gonna be forced to pop. He did go for a bottle first, so Don Juan going very pubbish here. Going for the bottle first, wants to get that early rune control up, already voided up. I think he just wants to go for the bottle crow from the get-go. But against Pelozon, he doesn't really need to worry. It's both melee heroes. Although he does take a lot of damage from the Brief Fire, he will be fine. Hannah, meanwhile, gonna be very bad, gonna be stuck here. He knows there's a sentry ward there, he can't really be aggressive anymore. Black Diamond's just gonna be there to pick him up anytime he comes along. And looks like they will be abandoning the top lane. Miracle gets free farm, so not exactly the best idea here. I don't think it's a good idea to give Miracle free farm. This guy, I've seen his anti-mage beat Phantom Lancer, so... And that was Zenith's Phantom Lancer as well. So... You don't want to be giving that guy free farm, that guy farms like a beast. So Pelozon meanwhile gonna be harassing back Don Juan. Don Juan already up a magic stick. He knows that he will be spammed out by Dragon Knight in the middle lane. And meanwhile Hannah actually... Wow. What's he doing? Hannah actually blocks up this camp. No, he doesn't. Nope, he's gonna like F this. I'm out of here. So Hannah will be abandoning the bottom lane. 4 heroes over there. There's nothing he can really do. No, he actually just making one whole long round trip back to his tower. This is one of those times where I think Koto should come down to help him. Because right now Miracle's not really taking a lot of doesn't really need any help. He can be up here alone, and the support should go down to help out the Brood Mother. Because you would argue that the Brood Mother does need the experience, but right now she's getting nothing. She's getting pushed back by the tower completely. And this is one of the mistakes of putting down the web a little bit too early, because the sentry wards will spot you out, and there's another sentry ward. There are no more sentry wards on the supports here, so Brood Mother can look to get a little bit more space. We'll be stacking up the supports, but 3 minutes in, and he still doesn't have any levels, any items. Gonna be failing on his pull here. Gonna be a bit upset about that. Talk about the last hits. Miracle already up at 16 for 5. DK 16 in the middle lane. Joe Ranger sitting at 16 as well now. Night Stalker 14 for 2. 4 to 2 on the life. 3 for 0 on the lifesteal. So lifesteal not getting a lot of farm. We're going to be jungling up. So we're going to get some money. So we're going to get some money here. Get some golden experience here from the Centaur. With the Feast, going to be jungling very easy. Doesn't have the Calling Blade, so it's going to be a little bit tougher for him. Not sure if they did plan this from the get-go, but Don Juan already up at 600 gold, 17 last. He's going to pick up his boots. What does he go for? He does go for the point in silence, so Syndrome will be very happy with that. Miracle, meanwhile, has gone for a lot of points instead, so chose to be burning here. Going for the burning build. Going for points instead, since he will not be getting any danger here. I'm surprised to see him not actually go for mana break. I suppose he just fears the Shadow Demon rotation. Doesn't want to be burning his own mana up. Gets a Calling Blade, going to accelerate his farm even more. And I expect to see, if this goes on, I expect to see a Battle Fury up by the 12th minute. Hannah going to find an Invis Rune for himself. Tries to save it for the DK, but I don't think he will get it. Hannah, just this poor guy, going to be suffering, sitting at 1.5. Level 1.5 here. And Hannah got to get the rune denied for him, so a little bit unfortunate. Could have picked up the Invis Rune and looked to get some experience here. Actually, he could have looked to just hide inside this little spot here and get some experience. Not sure if he has actually thought of that. But Miracle, meanwhile, going to be denying, keeping the creep equilibrium on the side of the map. Not want to bring it to the tower and give any experience for any TPing heroes. Already up at 28 last hits, this guy. And Archin as well, Pelozon, they do have 2 carries this game, so DK doesn't have the stress of having to farm that much, but Anti-Mage getting free farm on Miracle. So it's going to be AM, DK versus the lifesteal draw. We're going to see how that works out for them. Don Juan, we're going to be waiting for his first nighttime cycle. Gets a lot of flames to the face. Gonna get a deny up on that creep as well. Pelozon farming up really well, keeping up actually with the anti-mage, so it's akin to getting free farm here. Draw Ranger 30 last hits as well. Already got the threats up. Gonna be hitting level 6 very shortly. And once he gets that, Brood Mother will be taking a lot of damage. But the creeps do hit the tower now. So the creeps do hit the tower. and with this rotation in from Rubik as well as the Rubik, no one's pulling the lane. So Broodmother probably would have called that out. He hits level 2 now finally. Oops. He does hit level 2 finally, does get a point in spawn spiderlings. It's going to be really good for him. Don Xuan, meanwhile, 3 points in Void, 2 points in Hunter of the Night. So he's looking good for the first nighttime cycle, which will come in about 10 seconds.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
Polozon will be going for the drums build on the DK, but Silencer already banging away this tower. They finally agreed, not say agreed, they finally let the creep wave push in here. And it's funny that Miracle actually goes for the Mana Void when he doesn't have any points in Mana Brick. So very interesting from him. Lifestealer going to be coming up here. Miracle going to be blinking away right.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Meanwhile, Night Stalker does hit his nighttime cycle, gets the Illusion Rune. Black Diamond only sitting at level 3, but then again Hannah is stuck at level 3 as well. 2 points in the web and 1 boots of speed up for him. He's finally managed to save up the little bit of gold he has, put together some scraps and buys up a boots. So gonna increase his movement speed a little bit. More flames for Night Stalker here, but Dragon Knight, if he's not careful, he can get picked off. But he does have a whopping 9 armor and level 2 Fade Bolt and a Void. Might not do that much damage. Meanwhile, Lifestealer has come up here to get some experience as well as farm. Miracle, hope to see him add more points into that mana brick very shortly. Burn away the Lifestealer's mana will be very helpful for him in trying to take him down. No mana for Rage means no mana to escape. Meanwhile, Hannah just going to be using the Invis here to avoid any last hits here, but Sentry was going to spot him out. He's going to take 2 arrows to the butt and take a lot of damage. Draw Ranger already hits for 140 without help. He's going to try to deny this. This is not a good idea. Nope. Hannah going to be backing off here. Going to be using the glyph here. Spiders does pop from that Corto Blast. Finally, Corto rotates down. Gandalf has arrived here to stop the hordes from entering Minas Tirith. Or was it that one? I'm not sure. Or was it Helm's Deep? Anyway, Polozon going to be voided up. Is he going to be chased here? Lifestealer comes in with the open wounds. Polozon pops the dragon form. Goes for the tail. Is he going to go for the dragon tail? Goes for the dragon. Gets silenced up at the right moment. This will be the death of Polozon with the void. Secondary void. And the last hit goes to Lifestealer. So Lifestealer gave up defending that top tower. Rotated in for middle lane. Gets the Dragon Knight. And it's going to be 2 for 0 in favor of JoeNet here. So first departure not getting any kills on their side. But check out Anti-Mage's farm. He does go for the Poor Man's Shield. So we're going to look at the net worth. It's 3.8k and 3.8k on Draw Ranger. So pretty much the same. Miracle not getting much of an advantage out of that. If you look at the GPMs, also going to be same. Draw Ranger's actually ahead in terms of that. Curse of Silence going to go out on Jet. But Jet's out of mana right now. So he has to be very careful. Curse of Silence forced him to pop his last bit of mana. He does have 1 stick charge. Not enough to bring him up to the rage level. But Hannah, meanwhile, going to be hiding up in that web. Hopefully finally going to get enough space. But we saw that game with the other Broodmother. He was brought down. I think it was Ohio. Yeah, Orange's Broodmother was brought down very, very hard in the early game. 4 deaths on him. 1 to 4 on him. And he still managed to get back in the game. Got him. Okay, got a BKB. Got up all his key items. So Broodmother can afford this kind of loss. Same as Nature's Prophet. They do get their experience and farm back very quickly. Curse of Silence once again goes out on JoeNet. They lose a lot of mana. He's 0 mana up on him. He can't do anything right now. 2 stick charge up to about 30 life and mana. Not going to be enough to give him the rage. But meanwhile, Draw Ranger does get a tower to herself, so we're going to skyrocket up in terms of gold per minute.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
Polozon meanwhile going to be back here in the middle lane, continuously farming. 59 for 3.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
And scripted. Gonna get up his boots at last. 3 points in last word and 2 points in Curse of Silence. Again, no one gets glaives. Doesn't want to steal any int apparently. So they will be going for the 3rd time at this tower. Finally getting points in mana break here. Anti-Mage will be getting all the last hits. So Miracle just claiming all the last hits under the tower. Will be doing some damage. Yep, going bang away the tower. 180 health left. There's no glyph for this. Tower will go and Polozon does go down again. A 4-man gang. Go on him. Miracle will take the last hit on that tower, even closer to his. He does go for the threats, not even going to rush that Battle Fury. He says, since I'm not having any problems, and Corto has to be very careful here. Gets voided out by Don Xuan. Don Xuan's going to get a kill here. A bit of an overextension here from the Corto. Giving a last word on Don Xuan. Don Xuan's going to silence himself. But again, Curse of Silence brings Jet down to no mana whatsoever. This early aggression lineup here has been doing quite a lot of favors for JoeNet, Shadow Demon, as well as the Rubik hitting extra hard thanks to Draw Ranger. Draw Ranger going for 3 points in the Frost Arrow rather than the Throw Shot aura or the Precision aura. So not getting that much out of that. Hannah meanwhile is going to be regaining some ground. 3 points in Spawn Spiderlings and it was Spin Web. Oh, nice Spider deny. No, Spider didn't get the deny off. Gonna get beaten down by Don Juan. You don't steal my rune. And gonna beat him down to the ground. Hannah pops level 6 at last. Does he go for the ultimate? Let's go for the ultimate. Goes for the ultimate as well. Gonna be going for the jungle. Yeah, he throws out the web at the ancients, maybe stacking out. So far, despite that, but despite Hannah not getting that much out of everything, he does pull the ancient stack, and he'll be pushing back all the way, pulling back, stacking it for the anti-mage when his Battle Fury does arrive. When he decides to get it, he's been spending a lot, sidetracking on threats as well as the poor man's shield. Quelling Blade does pick up the claymore now, 1,000 gold more to his Battle Fury. But CL meanwhile has been going to town here non-stop. Yasha as well as the threats. Going to be running very fast. Going to be having a lot more agility there. Black Diamond looks for the Brood Mother here. Brood Mother's not anywhere near. Sending her spiderlings, sending her children forth. Black Diamond still looking for his level 6 Don Juan. 4 points in Void, 4 points in Hunter. Not even going for the Darkness. No point in that. Phase boots up on him. Urn of Shadows as well.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Pops the Haste Rune. Going to be flying with his wings now. Only time Night Stalker uses his wings is when he pops the Haste Rune. Other times he just looks like he's falling forward. But now CL going to be going down to the bottom lane after Miracle did make a little bit of a dent up there. Miracle going to be farming up the jungle. Going to have, I expect he has his Battle Fury anytime soon. Already 700 gold up on him. That guy, 92 last hits, has already exceeded the Joe Ranger in terms of farm. And Jet. Against First Departure, you just do not want to give them any breathing space. Especially now it does pop daytime. Night Stalker did get no kills from that nighttime, so not very good for him. Lifesteal did get 2, Don Juan didn't get any. So against First Departure, you really want to get aggressive with them. First Departure, you take them out of their comfort zone, they can't beat you. The reason why Zenith actually usually beats them is because Zenith is very aggressive. Zenith goes full on aggression, just takes Departure out of their farming zone, doesn't allow Miracle to get up his farm. But even still, Miracle gets his farm.
Radiant's mid tower's
And
coming apart.
here they usually lose. They lose the Zenith, but they do not lose that easily at times. Sometimes it's very close, and there you go. Hannah, leave him alone for a while, and you look at the amount of spiders. Night Stalker can't stop this. Spiders are going to surround him, but he does have the phase boot, so good pickup here. But Hannah might have overextended here. Doesn't have a web in the vicinity. There is a dust anyway, and he will be caught out here. That's going to be a silence and a pickup. Hannah overextended. That's going to be a void, and that would be KO. Yep, Hannah stolen. Oh no, goes for the flask. Void only lasting 2 seconds there. Wow. So Night Stalker not the best hero today, but Rubik gonna be starting up his own army. Gets the patent on the spawn. Spiderlings will be farming up the creep wave on his own now. And here comes Shadow Demon, gonna be swarmed up, and here comes Anti-Mage, a very pissed Anti-Mage. They're gonna be a Dragon Tail, Spiders blocking me in. Dragon Tail goes up, and Anti-Mage going for the, not even going for it. 3 hits, and Shadow Demon drops. Giving Miracle kills is not what you want, and he already has his BK, Battle Furies flying out to him. And that's right, yep, Claymore and the Broadsword. If this gets denied, oh, Don Juan, you have no mana. And here comes Miracle. Is that going to be a body block? Not even carrying money is more important. Nope, Miracle goes for it. Yep, he's going to go for it. He's going to go for it. Not going to go for it. Not even going to care. Keeper of the Light. Going to get picked off here by the Drow as well as Lifestealer. Curse of Silence goes out. There's going to be a bit of annoyance there. Lifestealer going to go for the Infest. Bring up his life, but here comes the Spiders. Dragon Knight as well. 30 seconds to the Dragon form, so gonna wait for this creep wave. But Miracle's back to farming, already up with his Battle Fury, and has this huge creep wave waiting for him. And here comes Lifestealer as well, Shadow Demon, gonna push them back. But the next time they push up to this tower, they will have the Dragon form. But nope, Polozon does go back into the middle lane. Scripted has his Global Silence now, so this is when things get a little bit more serious. JoeNet can't move as freely as they wish they could now. Yeah, JoeNet can't move as freely as well. They can't engage as freely as well. Night Stalker, if he dies in, he gets Global Silence, can't do anything except for chase down heroes with his right clicks. And Lifestealer getting silence before popping his rage can be disastrous for him. Rubik not going to get any spells stolen, so all in all, Global Silence is just disastrous to fight up against. And that's why banning out the Storm Spirit in the drafting phase was a good idea. Storm Spirit actually very strong at picking off those key heroes. So he's like an assassin, but if you ban him out, you can pick these heroes like such as Silencer and be safe about it. Keeper of Light also gonna be safe. Of course, a Night Stalker can be a pseudo kind of assassin hero, but he does have to walk. And walking is not something you want to do against a Kotal with the leak as well as the blinding light gonna be pushing you away. And before Night Stalker gets his BKB, I assume he has a lot of problems with the last word flying onto him. A lot of spells gonna be flying onto him. The thing from Departure is they do lack a lot of disable. Other than the Dragon Knight's Dragon Tail, they don't have a lot of disable coming out for them, and that does hurt them a little bit in terms of the pinning down of key heroes. But they do have a lot of silence, and that does help them out a little bit. And Kotal, of course, going to be stalling up the game non-stop. Hannah as well, going to be pushing one lane. They don't not just have anti-mage, they have Brood Mother as well. Just pushing, you just leave Brood Mother for a while, and you will see your lanes overwhelmed, your towers swamped all the way by the spawn spanics. And here comes Miracle, going to be getting this Roshan, not even going for this huge ancient stack right here. Miracle going to be bashed down a little bit, has the Yasha up on him already. Kotal going to be taking up that tanking role a little bit. I'm surprised to see Dragon Knight actually not taking the tank role. Dragon Knight, go tank. Nope, Dragon Knight not even going to tank. Perhaps this creep wave is for Dragon Knight with the dragon form, but I think they're going to share it with Miracle. Probably going to share it with Miracle. Yeah, they said ping. Go Roshan, finish what you started. And here comes the Dragon. Miracle blinks to the high ground by accident there. But Dragon Knight is going to be tanky enough to tank Roshan, and here comes Miracle with his quick attack speed, going to be banging down Roshan very quickly. And Dragon Knight picks up a Claymore, going for the Shadow Blade. Quick initiation with that Dragon Tail, very effective. Dragon Tail does stun for a huge amount of time, so it does work somewhat like a Beastmaster roll. Roshan going to go down. 16:49 is the time. 16:49.
You know the drill.
Any casters out there will be finding this very helpful. The top tier 2 will go down, unfortunately for them. Hannah does swarm this entire wave with spiders, but Infest not going to be enough damage to bring them down. And pause call out from CL. Pause call out from CL. So this will be a time for me to get the chat. I'm going to check out the goal graph. Haven't seen the goal graph yet. Oh, this thing blocks me. So it's going to be about 1,000 in favor of Departure here. So nothing too serious. And 2,000 goal, 2,000 experience in the favor of Departure, despite being on the kill disadvantage here. So meanwhile, just taking the time to read up a little bit of the chat here. Big shout out to Dota Talk, Western Digital, as well as Gigabyte for hosting this GEST main event in April. I'm your host, Lysander Sonora, and I'm casting Beyond the Summit. Big shout out, big thanks to them for giving me this opportunity to cast in front of so many audience, in front of so many people, in front of a large audience. But anyway, yeah, big shout out to them. And if you like my cast, do follow me on Twitter, as well as like me on Facebook. It does help me a lot if you guys know it. And if you guys support me in the future, perhaps you see more casts with me as well as Vix, my previous co-caster, in the future. We really like Dota, we like casting. And yep guys, I am from Singapore, the little island in the sun. So all the way from Southeast Asia here. Gonna bring you your English coverage, and there is gonna be a long pause coming out here. I think the speaker disconnect. TeamSpeak disconnected, so the Skype or possibly Red Call disconnected down. But Night Stalker, also to note, does have a gem up on him. We're looking to pick off the Brood Mother, or even look to remove any wards. Now he has an Invis rune, so will be a Silent Scout for now. Black Diamond not getting a lot of nice steals coming out. There's been very little engagement. That's how Departure likes to play. They like to play it safe, away from the fights, and just farm up Miracle. And once Miracle gets big, you're pretty much dead, because Miracle farms like a beast. Meanwhile, I can check out some item progressions. Jet does have his drums as well as threats, so nothing much on him. We're going to check experience for minute 526 on him, and net worth 9,600. Miracle CL does have 9,400. Does have a BKB and a Yasha, so pretty good items up on him. 2 points in the marksmanship, and does deal a lot of damage. 240 damage. Dragon Knight, what's he have? Dragon Knight, yep, like I said, going for the Claymore, going for the Shadow Blade. Very good initiation tool. Shadow Blade does give you a lot of burst damage coming out of it, and the Dragon Tail follow-up is always very good. And here comes the go, so I won't have to tab out. And waiting for First Departure to respond to this go. And I'm going to take this little time to drink a little bit of water.
Alright, carry on.
Alright. Scripted. Looking at 1.4k gold, not actually going for the arcane boots, possibly rushing a 4-star. And Dragon gonna be farming this, and so follows on a little bit impatient here. Gonna be farming this with the green dragon, not the red one. Miracle must be careful here. Might actually go down. So, if I think Polozon just went to hit every single creep once so as to burn them down with the poison. So very clever from him. Miracle and Polozon going to be getting a lot of farm out of this. And Miracle already going to be farming this. Does have the Aegis, not too worried about its well-being. Night Stalker's going to catch him out. Oh, going to be blinking away. So Night Stalker very close to getting the Void up on him. Miracle escaping that on a hair. Don't want to be throwing the Aegis away for nothing. Only has 1 point in the spell shield. I was about to say go back in for Roshan, then I saw the Aegis up on him. Already now, ultimate op on Miracle. Gonna be working towards that Manta style, dispelling any silences that might be coming his way. There is 2 to be worrying about, but usually you get out 1, it's very hard to land another one on you. But in the rare occasion he does get caught by 2 silences, chained simultaneously after the Manta style, he will have his Aegis to back him up, so he'll be fine. Possibly working towards his BKB now. The Manta is already done, so he's working towards the BKB, the natural item progression for the anti-mage. And Polozon gonna bottle up a haste rune, that's gonna be great for him. Meanwhile, Lifesteal taking a very aggressive stance here behind the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. Hannah gonna be backing off here. Here comes the Illuminate, gonna be flying on top of the creep wave, gonna miss completely. Heaven needs to work a little bit on his aim, only up at level 5, so not doing the best here. Open wound comes out on Hannah. Hannah just not having a good time here. 2 arrows to the face, and he will go down. Broodmother will go down. Drow Ranger picks up another tower. And there's a lot of gold coming her way, but Drow Ranger, like I said, it's like kind of a glass cannon, even with the BKB. If you get close to her, Broodmother buys out. Silencer, be careful. Void goes out. Dontron diving very deep in there. And the silence goes out, and it's going to be a tail. Is that going to be a tail on CL? CL has to be very careful here. He dives in very deep. He does not have the Aegis. Silencer buys out. Is that going to be a global silence? Polozon going to be caught out here. Drow Ranger going to kill him. A nice tail goes out on Dontron, but first departure not engaging properly, not engaging as well. But Miracle meanwhile going to be taking racks up here. Dragon Knight buys out for that. Hannah going to be burned back, going back a bit. But because of silent burning down Dontron really low, Dontron has to be very careful. Stick Charter Sports to pop. Shadow Demon already rotating back here. If he's not careful, he could be killed here by the anti-mage, but nope. Anti-mage very fast on that blink. Gonna be escaping out. That BKB forced to pop on CL. Wow. CL using his 10-second BKB charge. Possibly a misclick. Gonna be very angry with that. I'm not sure what he uses for his hotkey. I use 3. Very far away from any possible BKB popping. I usually put mine on 7 just in case I don't spares and click BKB by accident. But he's gonna use his 10-second BKB charge. That's gonna deny him for BKB for the next 60 seconds as well. And if first departure catches saw that, they might actually want to go for push right now. And CL of course does waste his 10-second charge, so something he's not going to be very happy about, but he is very farmed. Level 13 on that Drow Ranger, Archin of Polozon. Going to work towards Shadow Blade, already does have it I think. Yeah, he does. He did buy out for that, so he has to work towards that Shadow Blade once again. Scripted meanwhile didn't get to throw out the global silence, was holding there, holding on for a little bit too long. But 8-2 is the score now for JoeNet. They do have the kill advantage, but Miracle nearly taking down the tower. This is what they like to do, stall up as long as possible. And if you gave Miracle a little bit more time here, hold that thought. Miracle gonna get caught out here, gets silenced here with the blink and the Manta style. Gonna go for the TP, gets picked up here. He will die, and he will get a blink off. There will be no follow-up silence. There's gonna be a follow-up silence. There's gonna be instant blink. There needs to be an instant blink. Instant blink. Nope. Gets silenced up. Miracle will go down here. CL on a mega kill streak. So Miracle finally getting done because overextending a little bit too much. Wow, this Broodmother is really far behind. He has been pushing out the lanes but hasn't been successful at taking the towers. And hasn't been getting his silences, hasn't been getting his Orchid now. Not sure what he wants to go for, but usually you see Broodmothers going for the Orchid. It's good mana regeneration, good intel as well, some base damage and attack speed. Helps out a lot for him. CL meanwhile already going for that ultimate op, going towards his Manta style. Looking to dispel that global silence coming out from First Departure, but First Departure they can't look to give away too many kills, although they do have a very good map control. They have lost every single tier 2 on the map, bar the mid tier 1, so mid tier 2. So actually no, JoeNet do have the better map control, but with Anti-Mage as well as Broodmother, you do have the better pushing. And Rubik does have a blink, so it's very important to note as well. Anti-Mage won't be able to get that blink off. If he gets caught out, he will drop. Night Stalker's silence is just so brutal against the Anti-Mage. It lasts for a whopping 8 seconds. Drow Ranger gonna be shooting from the jungle here, so good call from him. First Departure will be giving up the tower once again. They'll be training the last tier 2, hopefully trying to get this tier 2 at the bottom lane. Broodmother has not been too successful. Polozon's going to try and help him now, but they will have to hold TPs and TP back. Polozon, yep, does have a TP. Hannah does have a TP as well. Popping the Soul Ring to be going back home now. They are banging away at the tier 3 tower here, but the Spiders as well as Miracle will be taking the split pushing once again. already running up forward.
Done for.
Yeah, gonna be pushing down, and again forcing the TVs back. So even though you do have the map advantage, you do have the farm advantage. But here comes all the dragons. The dragons, do they have poison? Yeah, the poison does work. Does it work? No, it doesn't work. The poison doesn't work. I want to see if it works. So try and do as much damage here. Yeah, the poison is just for the animation, doesn't really work on the tower here. Corrosive Breath doesn't work on illusions, so sadly for them. But Miracle, meanwhile, gonna be back to farming 3k gold up on him. He does have a buyout if he does get caught out, but hopefully that won't be the case. But nighttime will be ending very shortly, I imagine. I can't really tell how long it is now. Don Juan searching for the anti-mage with the life stealer. Oh dear, are they gonna find him? Black Diamond still has the blink, so they can't catch him out. They spot out Miracle. Oh, this is gonna be end of Miracle. Miracle has to be very careful here. He's gonna get silenced up. Nope. Man, the Star does bring out. Oh, he gets caught instantly. So very nice choice here from Black Diamond. Black Diamond picking up the right illusion, the right anti-mage, and once again Miracle finds himself in the sidelines, farming a bit too far out there. So hopefully he doesn't throw the game by dying too many times. Pelosa meanwhile looks to cover his duties as carry by farming up the middle lane. Has 1.6k gold here. Looks to see what he goes for. Has to be very careful not to get disrupted. Gets disrupted. Here comes Night Stalker. Doesn't have enough for a void, and a purge goes off. No TP scroll on him, so Archin will have to be fighting this out. Soul Catcher goes out here, and a nice brief fire here from Rubik will be picking him up. So both carries hitting the deck. And first departure will find themselves at 2 to 11 here. JoeNet seems to be crushing them in terms of kills here, but still, with the Caudal, they can still look to stall out this game. CL gonna take a lot of damage from that Caudal Blast. Still only level 3 on that Caudal Blast, so not exactly the best here. And so far, doing a very good job. First departure, not letting the Radiant team into their base. Curl Silent goes out and Scripter. This is the end of Scripter. Scripter a bit too far out, and Koto has to be very careful here. Instant buyout here from the Dragon Knight. Glyph is forced to pop. Hannah, is he going to go in for this? He wants to go in for this. CL already down on his BKB. Jet pops his rage. Archin goes in with the Shadow Blade. He wants to go for the Life Stealer. Goes for the Life Stealer, and there will be a silence out on Archin. Polozon will be going down. Here comes Anti-Mage. He's back here with a vengeance. Rubik's pick up here, and there is going to be on the creep. He goes into aggressive creep, so he will get a Koto, gets a double kill, and Anti-Mage here going to be chasing out CL. CL doesn't have his marksmanship. He can't concentrate with this Anti-Mage and this huge ass spider chasing him down. He tries to go for the last thing possible, gets tailed to the face. Unstoppable streak ended. So this is what I said about the Draw Ranger being not a strong carry when it comes to the late game or the mid game, because Miracle just blinks to him and he loses all his bonus. 80 agility, that's like how many? I'm gonna see how many, yeah, how much agility. That's, you can count, you can do the math. That's like 3.5, well, that's nearly 3 Eagle songs worth of damage, and that's what he's going to be losing out here the minute Anti-Mage gets close to him. So it's really huge to be losing that marksmanship bonus, and with Dragon Knight, with the Shadow Blade, going to be able to get close to this Roll Ranger. So far it's been working out well for them, and I haven't seen a Global Silence being used once, because Scripted has not been watching his positioning a little bit. So might want to watch it a lot more. But Pelozon, meanwhile, gets that Shadow Blade, gets the drums. Want to see what he goes for actually. Maybe a Maelstrom or perhaps that Assault Cuirass. Get more armor up. Make it even harder for Draw Ranger to do damage. But here you go. Shadow Demon maybe spotting him out. Did Shadow Demon spot him out? No pings go out. And Life Stealer will be banging away at this creep wave here. Did opt for the Maelstrom in the end, but this Life Stealer, he's been playing as a more number 2, number 3 kind of style. Doesn't be getting a lot of farm. If you look at the net worth, 7,000 only up on him. So meanwhile, Miracle, that's sitting at a very comfortable, lofty 16k, not even squandering anything on buyouts. He's just not carrying 250 last hits on Miracle. They're going to be dewarding here. Spider's going to come in, throws out a Spider on Diamond. Diamond going back off here, and here comes the Global Silence, and this is where it all ends for the Radiant. Shadow Demon, I wouldn't say it all ends, but Shadow Demon's going to, his life's going to crash around him. Black Diamond's going to TP out just fine, no tail on him. Pelozon reacting just a little bit too slow. Don Juan actually forced to pop his first BKB, so all of those BKBs wasted. And for 77 seconds, 65 seconds, he won't have his magic immunity, and Miracle will be taking this opportunity to get to bang away at Mr. Roche once again. Well, yep. And Miracle has bought his BKB, so there's a BKB for Miracle. So no more silencers, he says. He will be a big threat to deal with in the next fight. Going to sell off his Calling Blade very shortly. And JoeNet with Shadow Demon and Night Stalker's, Shadow Demon down, Night Stalker's BKB down. They're not going to contest this, or are they? They're going to contest this, and Don Juan is going to get tailed up. He doesn't have BKB. This is a big loss to have. Caudal Blast going to fly at the top of him. Silence on top of Archin. Archin Nice bottle charge, nice stick charge, gonna keep him alive. Miracle gonna drop very low. CL already out of mana, out of damage. Gonna go man mode. Miracle gonna pop his Aegis. This is the time he uses his BKB. Or is the BKB used? BKB is not used here. Here comes the BKB CL. Mana Void. There goes your Bro Ranger. Gems drop. And Jet trying to run away from him. Purge goes out on the anti-mage. It's going to be slowing them down. Jet has full HP right now. He has a TP scroll. He wants to run in there. He wants to go in there. But he's not even going to bother. Miracle doesn't want to kill him. Miracle just goes for the lane. He says, let's take a Rex. We have taken a good fight. We're going to get a Rex right now. So great fight here, turning it around. So Departure, their farm finally going to be showing there in the fights. 19-13 in favor there. I think Don Juan made a little bit of a mistake going there without his BKB, getting stunned up, getting picked off. Just a bad idea from him. He does have 9 seconds on that BKB, so it's a lot of BKB charge, and he just gave away his life there with 30 seconds on cooldown. Miracle going to be farming up the Radiant Ancients, I think. Yeah, pick up the haste to go farm the Radiant Ancients. Nope, he finds juicy Radiant Creeps instead. So we'll be farming that up instead. I say instead twice, didn't I? Alright, so experience graph for you guys. I want to see it. About 6,000 in favor of Departure, and the goal graph, of course, 3,000 dipping down. Departure going to claw themselves slowly back in from an 11-2 deficit. Now it's a 13-9. Just working out well for them. Miracle blinking a little bit, unfortunately, into this hole. And gonna be getting, gonna be farming up. And whoa, he catches out. He catches out the Black Diamond here. Black Diamond global silence gonna be saving Miracle's life. Gonna be blinking away. So this is why it's so annoying to deal with an anti-mage. And of course the silencer. Mech Chat's gonna bring him right up. Soul Catcher, of course, does bring him down very low. Gonna be farming up this creep wave. And of course, Miracle does have 4,000 gold right now. CL doing desperately to farm. Draw Rangers, that's not working out for all the teams that pick him up today. Draw Ranger did get a good start, but once Anti-Mage gets up their farm, no one beats the Anti-Mage. The Anti-Fun, of course. The fun already ended, and oh yeah, Aegis was forced to pop. Yeah, Aegis was for a moment, I thought DK got it. But again, Anti-Mage going to be blinking down. They're going to farm up the Radiant jungle. JoeNet are going to be sticking S4. Yep, we're going to be sticking up S4. And where's Night Stalker? Night Stalker is going to be here. Don Juan's going to join the group, and here's going to be a smoke from Shadow Demon. Yep, poof. Then go for a gank and Archin. Be careful not to get caught out. But there is no gem this time. No gem. Yeah, no gem. One dust on Shadow Demon. So if they do catch someone out, they can still get him. Polozon working towards his BKB. Already an Ogre Club up on him. Miracle. 4,000 go on him. Just waiting to spend his new money on his new condo. Miracle, meanwhile, gonna get caught out here. Oh, he blinks forward aggressively. He goes here on Black Diamond. Black Diamond gets the Mana Void up. He goes for the BKB, and he will blink out in time. Nice, very, very clutch on that mech. Gonna keep him up alive. Color Blast gonna fly out there, so it's a free Rubik kill for a BKB charge. Archin comes here. Goodbye, R9. R9 dies. Don Juan gonna get BKB. Gonna go for his BKB, but he doesn't hurt. So, and DK is so tanky here. Open wounds does go up on the DK, and here comes the Draw Ranger, and that'll be the end of Dragon Knight. I don't know why he's running. Should be turning around to fight. Goes for the Shadow Blade in fast, gonna pick him off. Koto not getting out alive. Koto gonna drop. So Silencer. Still 30 seconds left on that. By Miracle, Broodmother Hannah, meanwhile, gonna be pushing this creep wave. Gonna use the spiders. And I think he might actually go for CL here. CL doesn't have his marksmanship, but now he does. Doesn't have any true sight, so not even gonna try. And whoa, Hannah. Popping the BKB there. Miracle, meanwhile, gonna go balls deep once again, and oh, that was a bad idea, Don Juan. Bad idea. Fade Bolt, oh, is he gonna get the kill? Gets the kill, so solo kill here from Rubik, courtesy of the True Shot Aura, so Black Diamond doing a good job with the blink. Blink's always a nice skill to steal as a Rubik. Jet, coming a little bit late for the party, going for the Javelin, possibly going for that Basher, trying to lock down the Anti-Mage just for a little bit more, and Polozon just not been playing as spectacular as I expect him to play. He has been playing very well since I saw him last few months, but previously has been going a little bit I would say he's deproving, but he has not been playing as well as I've seen him play in the past here. Dragon Knight, perhaps not just his game, 3d6 up on him. That fight where he got chased by Draw Ranger as well as the lifesteal should have looked to turn around and fight, deal a little bit of damage, but no. Shadow Demon, meanwhile, has a Staff of Wizardry, want to work towards that 4 staff, and staying within close range of CL in case he does get into trouble. Goes for the disruption. And what's flying out? Eagle Song flies out for CL as well. So now look at his damage, base damage of 230. So when you clone that out with the disruption illusion, it does do a lot of damage. Polozon, meanwhile, has used up all his drum charges, sitting at 2000 gold. Wants to go for the BKB. TP's back to base, fearing some danger coming out. Ranger picks up a haste rune, and Roshan's out in about, well, a couple of minutes. But anti-mage is down. Rubik did pick him off there. CL, meanwhile, going to be farming out the middle lane. And does have the bonus now from that. Well, he does have the bonus here from the Alpha Wolf, so there's a lot of damage. Pack Leader's Aura, give him a lot of bonus damage. You see the bonus damage coming out. 165 here with the Alpha Wolf. So a lot of burst damage coming out CL, so CL has to be focused down by Departure, I feel. If he gets a few free seconds here on the anti-mage, he will be destroying Miracle very quickly. And also something to note is that the tier 3 tower has been dropped by Miracle. So if a fight goes wrong, Miracle gets down there, the Rex could be lost within a couple of seconds, especially since animation getting bigger and bigger with the Eagle song. He's already there. Already split pushing, gonna be farming up non-stop, gonna be farming this Ursa up or Hell Smasher. Again, forced TP back because of the constant split pushing from Miracle. They just don't have enough split push. JoeNet, they have Rubik, and that's about it. They don't have enough split push. They can't deal with the spiders. They have to wait for the tower and the creeps to deal with them. And they don't have any natural Shiva carriers. Might actually want to see Night Stalker go for that. They don't have a lot of AoE. They have a lot of single targets. They pick off heroes, but they can't push. So anyone just tuning in, this is game 2 of first departure versus JoeNet in the quarterfinals, the second set of quarterfinals here. We did watch Neo Illusion International to get lose to Orange Esports earlier today, 2-1 in favor of them. Of Orange there. Very good 3 games, but first departure now going to be up against JoeNet. They did win the first game at the back of the first departure did win at with the back of the cancer, with the help of cancer. So JoeNet this time going to go for a very aggressive 3 carry push here, and they do spot up Polozan. So Polozan once again going to get caught out, and he will be dropped. Another gem once again. Don Juan does pick up a gem, so there will be no Dragon Knight. He does have 2k gold, doesn't have the BKB, so lucky for him he doesn't have food. But Miracle still be very brave about this. Going to be pushing up on his own, not even going to be carrying at all. He does have global silence support, so if he does get into a pickle, he knows his buddy's got him. And here comes Night Stalker, not even going to carry here. Go for the Manta Stout. Yeah, Mana Stout and fight Don Juan. Don Juan's out of mana. He's going to be very careful here. And Courier. Oh, Courier. Nope, going to pick up the Illusion instead. Go recall here, Miracle. Could get recall. Going to be blinking out here. Has to be very careful, Miracle. TP in from the Shadow Demon, blink away, so he'll be fine. So wasting a lot of the time here from first departure, but Hannah, his push is gonna be stopped here by the 4 heroes. But meanwhile at the bottom lane, Creep Wave has been pushed out a little bit, but here comes Caudle. Gonna be blowing away the Creep Wave, has the 4 staff on him. Gonna be pulling in the anti-mage, so there's gonna be constant running around the map here. Miracle is back on the bottom lane, and it's like, hey guys, where's everyone? Hannah gonna be sending spiders up after CL. CL is not gonna be happy about that. It's gonna be very frustrating. Might actually look to steal some of his ancient kills. Nope, gonna be giving a lot of gold, so be careful with that. Miracle, meanwhile, still farming up the enemy's jungle. Full damage rune, so that's very important to get up as well. 1 minute left to Roshan. I think both teams is biding the time, waits for the next Rosh and go for it. Anti-mage, be careful there. Silence goes up, instant mana out, and the ultimate here. Mana Void goes out on Don Juan. Don Juan doesn't die, but he has to be very careful. Shadow Demon gets caught out, gets destroyed in about 2 slashes. So worth the BKB, I guess. Nearly picked off Don Juan. Would have been great if he did, but he did not get that. So a little bit unfortunate for him. Meanwhile, Polozan still trying to work towards BKB. That poor fella. Roshan's gonna be up in about a minute now. About half a minute left. 13-17 is the score. Look at the goal graph. 3,000 in favor. Experience graph 2.5k, last hit 333, 325, and look at the gold per minute here, 666 here on the anti-mage, 613 on the Drow Ranger. And we're gonna look, what else do you want the guys to look at? I guess net worth would be important right now. 23k here on the anti-mage, and there is gonna be a pause out, so great, I just need to grab some water. And meanwhile, I'm gonna take a moment, look at this Twitch chat. Alright guys, I'm back. I just had to just had to get some water and talk to my parents about some stuff. But here we are. Still got pause. So anyway, just gonna take this time to shout out to Dota Talk, Western Digital, Gigabyte for hosting this tournament, GEST main event. I'm your host, Lysander Zonora. If you can see up top here, bottom right, top right corner, bring you your cast for this game. Beyond Summit has very kindly allowed me to cast for them tonight. Really great honor for me to cast among you guys. Really thanks for all those nice comments as well, and of course those not so nice comments. I will work on my shortcomings, I promise. Hopefully you guys like my cast. Do follow me on Twitter as well as like me on Facebook. I have a page, you can go search it out. Like me on Facebook as well as follow me on Twitter. It does really help me a lot and help me get to communicate with you guys as well. Anytime I've got streams coming up, I can just tweet them out to you. Well, not much of item progression. Hannah has finally managed to get an item other than Soul Ring and Treads. He got BKB up and has 4,000 gold. So yeah, he has got a lot of items up now. And Jet has picked up his Mjolnir as well as the Skull Basher. Going to lock down the Anti-Mage and a gold call out from Don Xuan here. And for you guys asking in the chat, I am from Singapore. We are rather close to Malaysia, but I'm Singapore from Southeast Asia, the sunny island in the middle of nowhere. No, well, not the sunny island of Singapore, I guess you could call it. Yeah, it's really warm here, but it's a really nice holiday destination. So if you guys like to find a holiday destination that's fun, you can actually come here. We have a nice. It's a nice holiday destination. Miracle is going to be fighting Don Xuan once again, man moding. Don Xuan doesn't do a lot of damage though. Miracle. Butterfly up on him, BKB, Battle Fury, Mental Style as well as the all gonna get voided up. For a moment I was worried for him there. He has 2.8k gold, so he's not gonna be worried. He does have buyout. This guy always has buyout. Lifestealer bought a Blink Dagger, so he's sick of not being able to get into the fights. Gets a Blink Dagger. Not sure about his item choice, but Jet wants to find that opening. Sick of just relying on Night Stalker to bring him into the fight, so we'll be using that Blink Dagger to get in there. But it does deny him of one item slot. Koto's gonna bring in Miracle, his buddy. Gonna bring in Miracle's buddy. Get a little bit of a missed TP there. Night Stalker picks up the regen rune, gets spotted up by the Observer Ward. Shadow Demon's gonna find that as well. Anti-Mage.
Them dire buildings are tough as nails for now.
Oh, yep.
Radiant's
Miracle, meanwhile, just gonna be going on this melee racks here. Might force the glyph, but I think he's just gonna be risking it. Yeah, he's just gonna risk it. He's gonna risk it. He has BKB, that's Global Silence, and this is a very, very good play from him. Gets bashed! Oh no, that was a waste of the BKB as well as the Global Silence, so very unfortunate for him. Miracle, he's gonna get caught out here. He's gonna die anyway, but a good try from him to try to bring down the Rex. He's gonna buy out right away. It was worth the try. It was worth the try, but he did lose his life, so the next death he won't have buyout, so a bit of a cheeky play there. Tries to get the Rex, does not get it. Unfortunately for him, that was a glyph, and with that glyph pop, he should have backed off right away. But that was a tactical death, like Puppy did with the Prophet. So very tactical, ensures them the Roshan as well as the cheese this time. So it's like it's like a replay of the game where Puppy just fed his death as the Nature's Prophet. Up top, it was also for top. Tried to get the tier 3 tower there, got caught out and got destroyed. Got destroyed there, seemingly throwing the game, but actually in the end getting it. But no, Anti-Mage, he does get caught out here. But here comes Archin. Polozon, does he have BKB this time? He doesn't. He does have the cheese. If he gets caught out, here comes, pops the cheese. Turn around and fight, man. Come on, turn around and fight. Gets a stun up on Jet. Jet gets silenced up. Miracle's gonna go down. Drow Ranger just doing so much damage. Polozon dropping very low. Is he gonna go on? Max Shot's gonna save him for a while. Jet will go down. At long last, Miracle will be looking to pick this Drow Ranger in a very good position to be throwing out those arrows. Miracle blinking into a bad spot once again. And this fight looking very bad here. And he does get a Shadow Demon. Miracle dropping very low. Mental Style in 2 seconds. Silence out. BKB up on him. He's forced to use that. And he's going to run right into where? The base. Not even going to bother. Is there a Koto? There's a Koto to bring him out in case he gets out in trouble. But Koto is going to be caught out here. Going to force stuff to the low ground. 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 Oh, gets voided up from the high ground anyway. Doesn't matter. Hannah, meanwhile, going to be backing off here. Draw Ranger. But the mid-Rex does go down to Miracle. Miracle, as always, the pro pusher here, gonna get the goal. So, at the end of that, they lose 3 heroes for Rex. Although they did. The fight started here, but they lost Rex. So that's why Miracle loves his anti-mage. He just does this all the time. And if I'm not wrong, he's going to be buying the new Black King bar very shortly. He did buy 5 Black King bars up to 1 point in one game against Zenith. Where they had to go against the PL. That game was a very long, drawn-out game. But 5 BKBs later, Miracle managed to win the game with the 10-second charge. Zenith just wasn't able to hold the onslaught. Alright, I'll slow down a little bit. You guys say I'm talking a bit too fast. So, okay, I'll slow down a little bit for the next team fight. You know, sometimes these fights are just so messy. As a newish caster, it's a bit hard to catch everything. And Hannah, meanwhile, does have a Heaven's Hill, but so very good against this Drow Ranger, especially since her Black King bar is reduced to a mere 6 seconds now. It's going to be very easy, and Counter Blast going to be stalling this creep wave once again. And JoeNet, they're going to be pushing up the high ground. But with this Kotal constantly going to be throwing out here, Polozon throwing out the flames. And here comes JoeNet with the blink, going to be going out on Hannah. Hannah popped the BKB instantly. And we are going to see, is there going to be a silencer? Silence here on Silencer. So Silencer can't throw out his global silence because he's silenced. And I'm surprised I got that. And Hannah going to be pushed away. But the Rex already in danger. And it's going to be a global silence. Here goes the global silence here. See how pop the BKB. Polozon once again going down. Counter Blast flies out. Shadow Demon goes out to the... Shadow Demon goes out to the heroes here. Counter Blast gets him. Hannah goes in for the Jet. And Anti-Mage meanwhile takes bot Rex, so it's going to be a Rex for Rex here. And Hannah actually goes down to this, so Counter Blast going to fly out at the end of that. And actually, if Departure are not careful, they lose 2 meta heroes. JoeNet might actually go for the GG here, but they are dropping very low with all these Counter Blasters going on. Polozon once again going to be on the front line just to be the stall here. Last Word will pick off the Night Stalker. Night Stalker will die. Does he have a buyout? He does have a buyout. Hannah is going to be giving chase on Jet. Jet's going to be backing off here. CL has to be very careful. Goes for the Manta Star. Tries to go for Hannah, but here comes the Last Word as well as the Last Word, as well as the Dragon Tail. CL will be dropping. He does have buyout. Will be buying out instantly, but Miracle already has taken 2 sets of Rexes. Will be backing off here. Very happy. 2 holes in the Radiant base, 1 big hole in the Dire base. So that's going to be a perfect puzzle piece. A puzzle piece. Slipping there for a moment. So puzzle piece in this game. JoeNet going to be at a very huge disadvantage at the end of that. 6,000 gold deficit. You losing 2 Rexes up against an AM as well as Kotal Brood Mother is not something you want. 1 lane Rex is nothing to Departure. They have the Brood Mother, they have the Kotal, they have the Anti-Mage. They have nothing to worry about. So it looks like Departure might have formulated the new sort of, the new form of, well, the new type of turtle strat where they have the Dragon Knight as some kind of a fake carry and he just tanks on the front lines. Kotal getting out of there very well. Good job. But Korea gonna pick up the heart here, so Anti-Fun will have his heart. So although he doesn't know about fun, he does have a heart for the game. So Miracle will be backing off here. 2,000 gold on him. He does have buyout anyway in about 5 seconds, so it doesn't matter. He'll be going on those suicidal runs again. Take the tower. But there's a tier 2 impeding his progress right now. But he could just go for the tier 4. It's actually 1 tier 4 already dropped, 1 brought down to half health. So Miracle just working away at the towers. Very similar to Mushi as well. Mushi likes his towers a lot. Except Mushi doesn't split push as fast. Doesn't split push as fast, and Polozon going to be farming up the middle lane here. Has a Morbid Bars, Black King Bars, a Shadow Blade, so not much item progression coming out. Not a lot of item progression coming out here. Kotal picks up the gem that he got from the Night Stalker, I think. Yeah, it's Night Stalkers. Yep. Oh no, it's Black Diamond, so it's Rubik's Gem. It's Rubik's Gem here. Miracle gonna be farming up the jungle here with his heart already ready. He might want to look towards the BTs. The BTs will actually help a lot towards his pushing. Polozon meanwhile has a Morbid Mask, so might want to go to a Helm of Dawn. Not sure if that item is actually the best here. Want to go straight for a crit, do more damage, but right now I think DK is just like I said, the fake carry. He's just there to stall up the wave. Breathe Fire is good at taking down towers, so is the Dragon Form. Take away the creep wave, destroy towers, and just stall up. Being a really hard hero to bring down, tough hero to bring down, so it has to keep JoeNet constantly on him. And once you, the more time you take out, the more time Miracle has to farm. And this has been working out for them so far. They take so long to bring down the Dragon Knight that once Dragon Knight dies, when Dragon Knight dies, Miracle has already taken something, such as a Rex and a tier 4 tower. So this strat's working out really well for first Departure here. Miracle going to be going down the middle, bottom lane here. again on his split push. It's gonna be so frustrating as JoeNet. They're gonna smoke him. It's like, oh great, Anti-Mage is there once again, and we're gonna have to chase him down. But Anti-Mage will just blink away, having ninja sense is gonna blink away, and Kotal's gonna pull him to another lane, and it's like, how the heck did he get over there? And you're gonna have a lot of problems on your side of the map, all over the map. And right now, JoeNet, I'm not so sure how they're gonna come back from this. They are pretty much confined to the base. Every time they try to go for a push, they get into a lot of trouble here. And now Miracle has spanned his blink for now 2 seconds. He went blink as there could be a Mantis Tower, instant Mantis Tower, disruption on the right. Anti-Mage again, and Anti-Mage does have a bio. He doesn't really care. Yeah, BKB forced to pop. Global silence there. Global silence. Global silence. Global silence. Bash, blink away, and again, whoa, but nice lifestealer, gonna be blinking as well as the push. Is there gonna be a fade ball? Is there gonna be another void? It's gonna be a blink, infest damage, not enough, and here comes Kotal, gonna be pulling him out. Not even the global silence needed for that one. Yep, good blinking away, and this is why Anti-Mage is such a frustrating hero to deal with. They nearly brought him down with the BKB, only 5 seconds on that, as well as the Mantis Style. Imagine if he has a brand new BKB, the next push is going to be unstoppable from this AM. Miracle, his favorite hero in the entire game, and surprised to see he didn't pimp out the Anti-Mage at all, just going for the classic build, classic cosmetics here. Poloson, still looking at 2.3k gold, probably saving for buyouts here. So just having 2 meat shields up and ready will be the first departure strat, I think. Scripted 4 staff as well as a Ghost Scepter on him, going to be avoiding some of that life stealer Drow Ranger. Kotal might want to get towards a Hex now, but I don't think he will have time for that with Miracle's constant farming and pushing. But Miracle's about to peak here. The next item he could possibly get is a new BKB. Nice Stalker does spot him out, finds a Haze Rune. It's going to be flying towards him very shortly. But Miracle does have buyout, has 3.8k gold. He doesn't really care. Might actually want to look towards a Abyssal Blade, I guess. Abyssal Blade will be good for Anti-Mage. Abyssal Blade will be very good for this Anti-Mage. Possibly getting a BTs. I think BTs will be good for him. So he'll be able to. But I think Miracle will be saving all this money. Wait for the time where he dies. Got to buy out with the 1.7k. Sell his threats. Get a BTs and TV back straight into the fight. But he does have Kotal for that, so he doesn't need it. But right now we're gonna see a fight. DK once again. Pelozon getting caught out. BKB already forced to pop. Here comes the Shadow Blade. Archin is not gonna be getting this. DK is there gonna be a buyout? Not even gonna go buyout for this one. There is no fight to follow up. So Pelozon once again gonna go down. But here comes Anti-Mage, gonna take the last tier 4 tower here and endangering the throne. Miracle just gonna be going all the way here. Miracle not even carrying, gonna get picked up here. He might actually go down this time. BKB again, and nope, you're not gonna get Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is anti-fun. You don't kill him. Oh, it's gonna be a call here. Nice blink, very clutch indeed, and it gets called out by Kotal. And he gets a tier 4 for free, and Global Silence forced to pop, and it's gonna be rinse and recycle. 130 seconds later, he'll do something ballsy such as this. Roshan gonna be popping very shortly. But with JoeNet already playing so aggressive here, they're going to be going more and more. So he's just going to bypass this tower completely. This mid lane is completely useless for JoeNet. Anti-Mage has 2 entrances into the base over here and over here. It's going to just go right into the base, take down this throne right over here. Yep. Very, very good plays coming out from this Miracle Anti-Mage. As always, very expected of him. He gets that Anti-Mage and you don't get the proper counters. You're done. Broodmother gets up that Cypher Vice. This sneaky guy has been farming. He had a bad start, but now he's at 192 last hits, only taking his rage out on one of his allied creeps there, denying only 1. So Hannah, he was behind, but now he does have a Hex, and with this additional Hex up, I'm not so sure JoeNet would not be expecting this, or well, Hannah does reveal himself now, so I guess that's something. So I hear disruption going out. So Anti-Mage Illusion gonna be hitting away at R9 is gonna be backing off here, fearing the Anti-Mage Illusion. Gonna lose a lot of health. We already see Anti-Mage doing so much damage, and with these lanes pushed in so bad, so deep in for JoeNet, they can't do anything against First Departure. First Departure have all the space in the world, farm up the jungle, and even get Roshan. So right now I think they're just gonna get Roshan, pick up the cheese, and go for the GG. Oh, I hear BKB go out here, and there's gonna be on CL. CL will pop his BKB. Pelozon has not used his BKB just yet. Yos for the BKB. Drops the tail on Black Diamond, and there's gonna be a lot of splash damage coming out here. CL is silenced up. His BKB is expanded. Hannah coming in with the Hex. CL just going with the glaives here, going to go down, and there is the Drorin. Drorin is out for that one. Dragon Knight's already dead. Hannah pops the ultimate here. Going to be pushing down the mid lane, but meanwhile, Miracle with his BKB going to be blinking away. Dontron pops the ultimate, going to be giving chase on Miracle, but Miracle does have Blink in about 1 second. Gotta get silenced up. Oh, this is not good for him. Turn to fight, turn to fight, turn to fight. Manta style, Manta style, Manta style, Blink away. This is gonna be instant animation. Buy out. Yep, buy out. Sell the threats, buy BTs. And here we go. All of them gonna buy out, and another tactical death once again. Gonna be dying very close to the enemy base and get that Roshan. So very good from him. So backdooring everywhere. First departure. FD should just stand for F doors. And anyway, Miracle gonna get that Aegis. Dragon Knight is gonna hold that this time, so he will have more lives on him. And now JoeNet looks to be like on the last leg, so CL, despite his extreme amount of farm, and here comes the blink here. Miracle, wow, gonna get shot down so quickly. Miracle, he doesn't have buyout. Miracle has to be very careful here. Heart's gonna heal him back up. 4 stuff out from his teammate. Miracle is gonna live through this. Hannah, and that was the only chance I feel, but Hannah gonna go back in there. And he's going to drop very low, not popping the BKB. He does have buyout, he does have buyout, he does have buyout, he does have buyout. But scripted has to be very careful. But BT's already Miracle has to be very careful. He does not have buyout. He's forced to go hit at this ancient. Already 1/3 of his life gone down. Oh, got the courier, and that was. And he does get killed here. So Miracle will die here, but Palozon will pick up the Draw Ranger, so no Draw Ranger and no Anti-Mage, no Silencer. So it's going to be a 3-on-4 here. If I were first departure, I would just play it safe here. But Hannah does have buyout, so it's a 4-on-4, I guess. And Hannah is really farmed. He's really pimped as a Brood Mother. This guy has been getting all that money. But the thing is that the Ancient's been pinned down right now, and Departure doesn't have any stress. That's why Miracle, he just went for the PTs, TP'd straight into the base. He didn't even go back home. And he immediately forced the TPs home from JoeNet. So this is the way First Departure likes to play. They go for the split push. They just go for all those. They take the fight away from the base and TP in. So they just take fights away from the intended target and send anti-mage in to do the job. So they also go for the assassination kind of thing, but they go for the assassination of the buildings. Anti-mage doing such a great job with that one. He has 500 last hits for you guys that want to see. 500 last hits. This guy's insane. But Draw Ranger has 488. This guy's been doing well. I feel bad for him. He's been playing well. It's just that the lineup is not as good. Dragging it so late into the game against an anti-mage. Not the best. So meanwhile, Shadow Demon R9, Abyssal Blade picked up from Lifestealer. At this point, it's just YOLO. You don't really have to save up money for buybacks. I guess buybacks are important, but you just want to go because the next fight they lose, Departure will be taking a Rex. Anti-Mage is coming back. Buyback is up in 2 minutes. So things will look really bad. Palozon does have the Aegis as well, so they can't really push. Koto keeps pushing out, and this ultimate stall tactic from this Departure. JoeNet must be so frustrated. It's one thing to lose, it's another thing to be frustrated while losing. So Departure just doing very well with these. Even if you do take them down, it takes you a very long time. It tires you out. But First Departure, these guys are disciplined. They just do so well. And guys, I did not just draw a penis on stream. That was a very curvy L. See? It was an L. So, what's happening now? Black Diamond, 4-staff gem, ultimate op. So working towards the hex, so Rubik finally going towards the high tier items. Palozon, 3,000 gold on him. Does he go for anything else other than the Morbid Mask? He has been going for the Morbid Mask, but he has been hitting hard. I want to see him go for a critical. Not going for it. Miracle trying to break the bank here. Still farming despite being full slotted up. The only other alternative would be to drop the Battle Fury for something like an Abyssal Blade, but I'm not so sure. They're going to go for the smoke. They are going to go for the Jugular. They are going for the kill. So Miracle going to be smoking in here right now. Hannah. Glyph is up for the Radiant, so has to be very careful. I think Miracle is just waiting for his bio. He has it in 30 seconds. He won't bother about that. And Shadow Demon, oh dear, you have to be very careful. You get caught out here. Anti-Mage will blink in. Nope. And here comes the Dragon. Smoked up. CL. And he gets tailed up. So this is very big. Global Silence goes out. And the the BKB is already immediately pop on CL. CL will not be having a full duration of his BKB. Now he runs out of it. Will get hexed up. Will he get hexed up? No, he won't. It's gonna be a silence here on Archin, but Archin will be fine. CL will be caught by the last word. Hannah gonna be going to town here. Hex already used. Not sure on who. CL will be going back down here. Black Diamond going down very low. CL dies. And he does not have bio. This might be the game. Alonso dropping very low, popping the Aegis. Lifesteal doing what he can to fight this. But meanwhile, Anti-Mage still not bothering, just going into the base. Now he joins the fight. And Mana Void ends the Lifestealer's life. And this might be the game. It's going to be Don Juan dropping very low as well. Hannah biting away at R9. The light ball from Koto is going to pick him off. Black Diamond. And Miracle ignoring the fight, just gonna go for the Ancient. And this is a full team wipe. GG, well played here. GG from Polozon. And GG call out from Hannah. And a very quick Ancient death. GG call out from Don Juan. And a good game indeed. First departure with the split pushing tactics. Gonna take out JoeNet. And whoa, am I glad. Am I glad that that this game didn't drag any longer. 56 minutes up on that game. Such an exciting game. Departure might play split push, but they do not play it boring. They do play very well. It's very exciting to see Miracle make those crazy suicidal base dives, take off those towers, pick off this time, endangering his life non-stop. But it's a very clever kind of draft style if you look at it. The anti-mage strat, you always notice that they always take fights at strategic locations as much as possible. So despite JoeNet having a huge kill lead in the start, you see the gold graph. Well, it's gone now. But if you see that, despite the huge kill lead, they still lost the game. They couldn't get a hit because they're constant split pushing from the Koto, from the anti-mage. I predicted an anti-mage from Miracle, and once Miracle gets that anti-mage, man, that is so hard to bring down. So anyway, dire victory. Here's the stat screen for you guys want to see it. There will be more games coming up at 10 p.m. There will be a semi-finals. Semi-finals coming right up. I'm not sure who it is up against, but I'm gonna get myself some dinner. If not get any, I'm gonna get some water, rest my throat a little bit. I'll be back for for the semi-final games up at 10. If you like my cast, please follow me on Twitter at LysanderZenora. Follow me on Twitch as well. I have my personal Twitch channel. It's at LysanderZenora as well. Like me on Facebook, you can find me on Facebook, LysanderZenora. I make myself very easy to find, I guess. It's a long name, but it's easy to find. And I apologize for talking so fast sometimes. I get really excited about these games. At First Departure, one of my more favorite teams here. So anyway, it was fun casting on Beyond Summit. Big shout out to them as well as Gigabyte, Dota Talk, as well as Western Digital for hosting this tournament. Thanks Beyond Summit for letting me cast on this. We'll be seeing you guys at 10. So go get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack. Be right back.